Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Eric Skwarczynski, and I am a podcast producer, coach, and documentarian. And I have worked on some incredible shows like the Forbes Top 10 rated show, Build Your Network with Travis Chappell. And I produced my show, Preacher Boys, which has just crossed 200,000 downloads in just about 8 months. The crazy thing is, this didn't take studios. This didn't take a ton of fancy, $1 million equipment to do. I was able to do it here from this room in my house with a setup that cost me just over $100. I'm going to run into the microphone that I use, the setup it comes with, the headphones that I wear on my episodes, and what I've been able to use so I've gotten a little bit better quality on my episodes. So we're going to get into that right now. But before we do, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'm going to give a lot more tips about growing your podcast, advice for equipment, and I'm going to be doing a couple cool review videos and just some overall fun videos for my show. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next few seconds. All right, guys. Well, before we get into this, I just want to make one thing very clear. Equipment will not improve your show. Yes, it'll make the audio sound a little bit better, just like a nice camera will make a photographer's pictures a little bit sharper. But the reality is, just like a camera won't make a good photographer, a good mic is not going to make a good podcaster. You have to create compelling content that resonates with your audience. If you don't have that, it doesn't matter if you've got a Shure SM7B like we use on Build Your Network. It doesn't matter if you have the mic I'm about to talk about. And it doesn't even matter if you've got a Xbox gamer headset like I started my show with. Whatever you're using won't matter if your content is not compelling. So focus on content before you start worrying about the form or the type of equipment and things you're going to be using. Now, that said, I did start my show using an Xbox gamer headset that cost me about $49. I don't recommend doing this. My audio could have been a lot better right out of the gate, but I just wanted to go, and it is better done than perfect. I didn't want to wait 2 more days to start my show. I wanted to start now. But the reality is, pretty quickly, I got frustrated that my audio wasn't sounding quite as good as it could, so I decided to opt for a microphone. I didn't want to break the bank. My show at the time I purchased this setup was not yet monetized, and so I was being very careful about spending too much money on a show that hadn't gotten there yet. And I wanted to get something that was affordable but would actually get the job done. So I ended up with the MAONO AU-A04 microphone. It's a USB microphone, so that means you don't need any adapters, you don't need a soundboard. It plugs directly into your computer, or if you're one of the Apple users who doesn't have any USB connections, you can plug it into your hard drive. You can plug it into one of these adapters that goes into your computer that converts Lightning to USB. But essentially, it plugs right into your computer without having to mix it or do anything crazy that, if you're like me, when it comes to audio production, that may not be your forte. And so this is the MAONO AU-A04. I have to read it because it doesn't have a catchy name. It's just numbers. But like I said, it's a USB microphone. It comes with this arm. It's got a great microphone attachment here. It's a condenser microphone, so it's going to really just pick up on your voice. You're not going to get a lot of that sound around the house. My 3-year-old playing, the cars driving by. It does a really good job just focusing in on your voice. It picks up a little bit of audio ambient on this side, but it's much more clear on this side. This is $58.49. So under $60, it's like $10 more than a cheap Xbox gamer headset. So if you're going to invest in anything, just go ahead and pick up one of these now and just skip yourself the pain and heartache of hearing those kind of muffled interviews early on. And speaking of listening to sound, these are the headphones that I use. They're Audio-Technica ATH M20X headphones. Again, it's a mouthful of a name, but they are very effective. Unlike some headphones that I've used, which are really frustrating for podcasting, they have that kind of coiled cord, so you always feel like this tension. And when you're doing a podcast, if you're like me, you like to lean back, you like to lean forward, move your boom arm to talk to somebody. And so having that really constricted, short, coiled cord is not great. So this cord is actually pretty long. I've got a lot of room to move around wherever I need to go, and I just end up hooking the slack of the cord onto one of the pieces of the arm just so it stays out of the way there. These are $49. They have free Prime shipping. They do decent noise reduction. There's not a lot of spill from the audio, so you won't pick up any of the voice from the person I'm talking to onto the microphone, which can give you that annoying echo sound. And they're just super, super comfortable, which is great because when I'm doing a 4 or 5 interview day, your ears can start getting pretty worn out. But usually usually your butt's asleep, so you take your attention off your ears. But anyway, it's really comfortable. They're fantastic for listening to podcasts. They're pretty affordable, so like if something does happen to them, it's not the end of the world, and I love equipment like that. But they're just really great headphones. They look really professional. I love the branding up on the top. They're just really solid headphones. Got a ton of, they got a lot of great reviews, and I know that they're super helpful. And like I said, I just love how much slack these have, because I often find myself kind of leaning back and with the boom arm just kind of talking like this, or so on and so forth. Anyway, so that's my setup. It's $107.49 for the boom arm, the microphone, and the headset. If you already have a headset, which is possible you already do, you could get this setup right here, which is all you need to record your podcast, for about $58.49. I have links to all of that stuff here in the description of the video. If you have any questions or want to know the setup we use for shows like Build Your Network or some of the other podcasters that I've coached or assisted, I can give you recommendations from the cheapest end of the scale, which is about what we just covered. I could even get you a little bit cheaper, or I can take you to the side where we're using, a multi-$1,000 setup, and walk you through that as well. Just drop a comment. Let me know what you're interested in checking out, and I'd love to talk to you guys about it really soon. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see me cover on this channel. Look forward to talking to you guys in the next video.